Now is the time to look at the other side of the story. When we're gonna check it out too. We're gonna open up RSI, and we're gonna see what they're seeing there on the spectrum. But let's watch Montoya's video that's called Scorpius Antares Drama.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am Montoya. We're going to discuss this ship right here, which is a Scorpius Antares, a variant of the Scorpius. They removed the turret on top and replaced with the EMP and quantum jammer. And before I even took a look at what the community was saying about it, I had some of my own ideas, and I want to see how different my opinions are from what else is out there. And we're going to start off with this video here, which is by Board Gamer. And this is where the drama begins. Oh, there's so much drama. So much drama. And the drama begins with this, is that only certain individuals got to try out the ship in the PTU. Some people freaking out about that. It's a streamer privilege. Only some big...
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you know what? It happened... What was the ship? I think it was the MSR. I'm not sure. I'm fairly certain it was the MSR. That even the people that bought it, like that bought the ship, I guess it was the MSR. I'm watching Grumpy reacting to Montoya, watching Board Gamer. Yeah, yes, you are. And you are enjoying it. But yeah, I think it was the MSR. It doesn't matter what the ship was. But the people that bought it didn't get it before the streamers. Like the streamers got it first.
Streamers got access, others did not. It might not be important to you, but if you are a small content creator or a small-time streamer and you want to get an audience, getting one of these ships in your hangar first gets everyone going to your channel, and obviously...
Yes, Montoya, yeah.
It's a big boost for you. Now, I don't stream live, so...
It's a big boost for those streamers. That scared the shit out of me. Thank you, Twinkle, for the resubscribe for 2 months. Thank you. Also, yeah, if you're using Prime on Twitch, just like hit the Prime sub. It's free for you, I guess.
Which is fine. But for people who are actively streaming and trying to build an audience, getting some access from CIG is a big boost to your channel. More people watching your channel means more donations. More donations makes you very happy. So
yes.
The fact that some streamers got it, other streamers did not, is not sitting well with a lot of people. But at the same...
Yes, it is not sitting well with a lot of people.
Is not sitting well with a lot of people. But at the same time, look at it this way. CIG wants to advertise their new ship. They want people to buy the new ship. Now, they can spend a couple hundred hours making their own footage, creating some excitement around it, or they can simply give out some ship.
They're gonna do both. They're gonna make a fucking release, and then they're gonna like release a video on the Scorpius like every fucking time.
For people to try. They aren't gifting this to Board Gamer here, or this is his channel. They are letting people try it out in the PTU, and it goes away after a while. They don't get to keep it. So as far as advertising,
some streamers even got it as like for them to gift it to the community.
As a new ship goes, I can't argue with that rationale. But what CIG is doing is perfectly fine.
It is not fine, Montoya, because some people, and I'm not bashing on Montoya. Disclaimer time. I'm not bashing on Montoya, like, but it's like I have a different opinion, right? It is problematic. Thank you to Diamyo for subscribing on Twitch. It is a problem because people... How do I fucking put this, honestly? First of all, there is something that's called streamer privilege. And it doesn't matter if it comes from the community or the developers. It's worse if it comes from the developers. Also, you have certain streamers that didn't get it, and you have YouTubers that didn't get it, and you have certain streamers that got it. Why did certain streamers that got it get it? Because they will have only the best things to say about it. So giving the ship that you want to promote to just like certain people that you know they're going to be excited about that, and not giving it to the other people is a bit I'm just going to say because I don't like it.
You give it to the biggest streamers that have the biggest audiences, and the biggest audiences gets the most eyes on the new ship that you want to sell. It makes sense financially from that point of view. Now, is it fair is another question, and obviously a lot of smaller streamers and smaller content creators will not be happy about it. So my opinion on the ship itself now, let's talk about that. They want a heavy fighter, and they want the heavy fighter to have an EMP and a quantum jammer.
It's all good. Okay, so my restream chat that I'm like looking at so I can see the chat stopped working a couple of times now.
Spoke about this in the previous video. I said as long as it's not controlled by one pilot, we'll make it OP. If there's two people, then it kind of balances out. But you also have the question now, if you have two pilots, wouldn't it be better for one pilot to take out a Mantis and another pilot to be in a light fighter, or another pilot to be in a fully armed Scorpius with a turret?
That's why the Antares is pointless.
DPS and ability to get targets. That is something you have to weigh out in your group, in your org, if it works out better for you. I think it makes more logistical sense in my head to have two pilots in separate ships rather than two pilots in one ship. But if manpower is not an issue, if there's lots of people around and you want to have two people in the ship, it makes sense then. So as far as balance goes, I agree with what they've done here, requiring two people. You see Board Gaming has in the co-pilot seat to basically just control the EMP and quantum jammer. That is it. That is fair balance-wise, in my opinion. So with that said, let's go see what the opinions are from everyone else on this ship. And I saved my reaction. I didn't click on any of these yet. I want to read through them with you to get the live reaction on this, starting with the top one here.
Grumpy, do you have a problem with some streamers getting flight sticks and other merch from brands to advertise? No. No, because it's not the same thing. Because if we're talking about Star Citizen, most of the Star Citizen content creators are Star Citizen only content creators. So it will be a problem if you had like a Verpal only content creator, and then that guy only gets that and only like praises that, right? Because I would not trust that guy, right? So there's the difference. So I don't have any issues with streamers and YouTubers getting flight sticks or any sponsorships or anything. That's completely fine. But if you're like getting, how do I put this? Like, what other game can I compare this with? I don't fucking know, honestly. But imagine having a game where there's like the new thing that's getting out and you're the only one that has it, so you can showcase it, so you can boost the sales. And your whole channel revolves around that game. That's different.
Scorpius Antares is an insulting addition to the ship lineup. I can't wait. Let's go and let's see what that is all about. The co-pilot operates EMP and that's it. Yes, that's a one-button job. Yes, press the button. Yeah, so again,
charge, fire EMP, and screenshot. Amazing.
If there was one pilot controlling the weapons and the EMP and the jammer,
IC is out. Okay, we're going to watch it.
A deadly ship. It'll be, imagine two pilots, each of them in one of these ships. It's deadly. The way to balance that out is either reduce the DPS or require to have two people. For a lot of groups out there, two people won't be a problem, but it's too much power in one ship.
Okay, so I don't see how them giving the ship to some people to advertise is anything different. Both are happening to advertise a product. So, when Salty Mike made that post on Spectrum where he was kidding when he said that he wants like priority access to the PTU because nobody could like enter the PTU or whatever it was, I know that I had a follow-up reasonable request on the Spectrum. people fucking jumped on the bandwagon to like bash on him. Like they fucking hate watched his stream because of that. Because streamer privilege. But he was kidding. But this is not kidding. This is them giving them, like, if everybody got the Antares, that would be cool. Honestly, that would be cool. I will be completely down. Like, if everyone in the Star Citizen community got it, I will be cool. If only the streamers got it, and all the streamers and all the YouTubers got it, it would be a shame. But okay. But if you, as a company, choose who you're going to give your ship, or who you're going to give your ship to, then it becomes a problem. Not because I didn't get it, but because Ray's guy didn't get it. Right? So that's the difference.
Especially since it's a heavy fighter, in my opinion. So I agree with that. I don't think that's an insult. I think that's the way they're going about balancing it. So the rest of the thread, let's take a look here. The QED dampener being tied to the pilot makes sense, but the dampener really doesn't need to...
All right. Let me put it like this. Jumping is useless. Because you said, yeah, brands choose who they want to endorse their products. So what happened a couple of weeks ago with Tarkov? You can see it on my second channel. I reacted to a video that's really huge right now. That's like blowing up. Like it's important to all of us, because all of us, and Star Citizen community included, all of us have an issue with hackers, and we will have issues with hackers forever. So what happened with certain streamers that are basically endorsees or whatever of Tarkov, and YouTubers, they immediately started defending the shit out of Tarkov, the developers, and all that, and started like making a narrative of how the video itself that was the proof of hacking and how many hackers there are. You gotta watch the video so you can understand what I'm talking about. But they said that like the guy, like what he's doing is disingenuous, and like that he's trying to destroy the game itself and the studio that made it. That's the issue. That's the issue when you target certain people. And those people are like endorsees, or however you want to call it, because they are tied to the development. And we can react to that if you want me to, because Linus Tech Tips just made a video about it. I saw it today. I didn't watch the whole thing, but they talked about it. New Star Citizen video just dropped. Yeah, we're going to watch it after this. So that's the issue when you have... It's the same thing with Star Atlas or Earth 2, the biggest fucking scam ever. You have like YouTubers that are only, and like content creators that are only there to like promote the game. And once something is wrong, they are like the fucking leaders in attacking the other guy, or like fixing the issue in the community by, you guys would call it fucking shilling, right? I'm not calling Montoya or any of the streamers shills. Of course, you know me, because every fucking stream, I need to say that like there are no paid shills in Star Citizen community and all of that. But there is an issue of CAG targeting certain people to like not really destroy them, but to like suffocate them to a degree. And then you have them giving out ships to other people. I agree that you shouldn't support content creators that just blinding shill shit. If you don't think someone is being genuine with opinion, don't watch them. Yeah, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about CAG as a company. That's iffy. That's like, give the fucking ship out to all of us so we can test it out. Like all of the community, not just the content creators.
Key binding if you place the interaction point elsewhere. All right. The co-pilot position is completely unnecessary. It should be removed. Okay. Give the pilot control. Well, no. If they give the pilot control over everything, that ship is then OP. It's too much power under one ship. Now, the Hawk, being a smaller ship, is fine. The Mantis doesn't have the DPS. It's fine.
He's not a shell.
The
He's
Scorpius, having...
And I don't really want this fucking React to turn into, like, are there any shills in Star Citizen? Because they're not. Certainly not paid shills. So... please. I've said that one too many times. And I've said that fucking 50 times in the past month, basically.
The DPS, the shields, the armor, and EMP, and the quantum dampener, that's a lot. That's a lot of offensive weaponry for a single player to have in a rather fast, nimble ship. So I do not agree with that. And what are the reactions? Baby bottle, face palms. Lots of people agreeing, though. Okay, so let's go on to the second thread and see what they say there.
This one was posted by Agent Slutty, which was the leader of the Mongrel Squad.
Here we go. Scorpius Antares YouTube privilege strikes again.
Yeah, only Salty Mike is a paid shell, and we know that because CAG confirmed that.
See the complaints. Well, I think I covered that in the first minute of this video, but let's see. So CIG is set to release the newest variant of Scorpius launch. These are eager to learn, blah, blah. YouTubers with access to the unreleased ship. So as long-time PTU tester, I check my hang at the PTU and find I don't have one. Okay, I can understand disappointment there. And yes, I mean, you could be in PTU every single day. You could possibly be in Evocati and still not get... Actually, Evocati probably got access. Did they? Actually...
Nope.
I don't hear anything about that. I don't think they did. But again...
Nope. Only the streamers, Montoya.
Rewarding you for the time you put into PTU. This is more about marketing the ship itself, and the best way to go about marketing the ship is give it to people, high-profile individuals that have lots of media out there, that have the pull, because they're the ones who will be streaming it, and they're the ones who are going to get the people watching it, and that's what CIG wants. Now, can CIG simply give it out to everyone? Yes. I don't see why they can't do that. Anyone who's been involved in PTU, even if you're just going to PTU today, get the ship flat, test it out. Why not? I don't see why they need to do that. So, good point there by myself. Going on.
What? Wait, what?
I don't see why they can't do that. One. Because they're the ones who will be streaming it, and they're the ones who are going to get the people watching it, and that's what CIG wants. Now,
it was a problem when Salty Mike was trying to like work on his streamer privileges. He was fucking kidding, of course. But then people attacked him because streamer privileges and all of that. And now it's suddenly not a problem. Well, I mean, Montoya didn't say anything about that as far as I know. But maybe he did. I don't know. But what the fuck did he just say this here?
Can CIG simply give it out to everyone?
Can CIG simply give it out to everyone?
Yes.
Yes?
I don't see why they can't do that. Anyone who's been involved in PTU, even if you're just going to PTU today, get the ship flat, test it out. Why not? I don't see why they need to do that. So, good point there by myself.
What was the point? Am I missing the point? Can they do it? Yes. Did they do it? No. Good point. There by myself. Huh?
Simply give it out to everyone. Yes.
Yes.
I don't see why they can't do that. Anyone who's been involved in PTU, even if you're just going to PTU today, get the ship flat, test it out. Why not? I don't see why they need to do that. So, good point there by myself.
No, it's not. No. It's not that he's like high-fiving himself. That's fine. Like I do that on a fucking regular basis. But what the fuck? What was the point? I'm just not getting the point.
Going on, after some digging, I found only special people get access to PTU. These aren't the people who have been testing for hours in PTU, submitting bugs, etc. So, Earthfav Space Cadet here, his problem is he's put in the hours. He's put in the time to go in the PTU to test. He's filing reports.
Probably in the fucking issue console all the way.
With early access to the ship.
All the time.
I get the frustration, but at the same time, CIG just wants to get the word out about it. But is there any reason why everyone in the PTU does not get to try the ship out? I don't see why not. People don't like that there's favoritism going on. I understand why, but again, why not just let everyone test it out? Might as well. I think they've done in the past where new ships are simply tossed.
Okay, so he is. I think I get it now. He does realize that it would be better if CAG gave it out to all of us. Like all the community, not the streamers and content
should
creators.
consider that. I don't see what the big deal about that would be. Next good one here. Scorpius is the Antares is possibly worse idea than the Cuddy Steel.
You typed steel wrong. It's with an A.
The Antares is possibly worse idea than the Cuddy Steel. Okay. Yeah. If you weren't around, the Cutlass Steel was basically a dropship, but there's every single other dropship which does a better job, also overpriced what it was. I'm not sure what Sergio was thinking. Basically, it said, we have a Cutlass already. What easy variant can we make? And the easy variant was, let's just toss in some drop seats, some extra guns on the sides, and...
All right, I gotta argue this. First of all, there's no reason in having dropships right now. Also, all the dropships that are just made to be dropships in Star Citizen are fucking glass cannons. Not even cannons, they're just made out of glass. So... they're dog shit. If you want to use a dropship, you're going to use like a bigger ship with like size 3 shields. Not a Valkyrie, not a Cuddy Steel with an A, or a Clubby Seal, because that's what it is. You're basically, when you're engaging a Cuddy Steel, you're basically clubbing seals. But what?
We have a Cutlass already. What?
Oh yeah. Glass Coffin, thank you. But also, go to the Kickstarter, no, not to the Kickstarter, what's it called? Star Citizen Funding Stats. Funding Tracker, yes, please. And then, all the way down, Enhanced Ship Modularity. So you have the ship of your dreams, but really wish that it could be customized to suit your needs a bit more than off-the-shelf models. This new goal, a massive undertaking, is going to be of interest. We're looking to overhaul any suitable ships, including the Cutlass. I don't know where my reverb is. Give me a second. Fucking, where is it? Shit. I mean, the joke is fucking dead now, but imagine it being with a fucking reverb, right? The Cutlass, the Avenger, modularity, the Cutlass. That's the issue. For fuck's sake.
Easy variant can we make? And the easy variant was, let's just toss in some drop seats, some extra guns on the sides, and call it the Cutlass Steel. Off we go. I know a few people absolutely love it. They love the concept, they love the idea, and they fly it all the time. But compared to existing dropships, not really the best. And, you know, it's not for everyone. The other thing to consider,
it's not for anyone.
Is that not every single ship is going to be a home run. Some ships will just be meh.
Grumpy Channel, his inner goal got.
But then there's other ships like the Spirit, I think, are absolute home run. Everyone loves it. It's going to be great. So not every ship is going to be the best. Not every ship is going to be a hot seller. There will be variants coming along, much like the Antares, where people will be like,
I mean,
take it or leave it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they gave you a loaner, a Caracal owner with the fucking Antares just to boost the sales.
I don't really care. That's what it is. So let's read what Zulu Foxtrot has to say here. So the Scorpius that just came out, some streamers are flying it. Let's discuss the role of the co-pilot. Okay, so complaining about that. Terrible design, bad multi-crew.
Terrible design.
Wow, people are really hating this.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. The ship is further away from the Pulsar community. Cut the seal money grab bars. All right. Gauging the pulse of the community. CIG knows what the community wants. CIG knows everyone loves exploration. They know they love the combat ships. But they also want some variety in there. And as I said in the beginning of this bit right now, not every ship is going to be a home run. Some ships are just variants because they just want some flavor in there. Even if this does not sell. Now,
Scorpius could have been a modular ship, and you could have had like a fucking Hornet, and instead of a turret, it could have had a fucking EMP, and then another module will be a QED.
Considering maybe upgrading my existing Scorpius into this ship, but honestly, I'm not sold on it. You know, I'd like to say I'm 60-40, 60 against, 40 for it. Maybe eventually I'll have the F8 Lightning as the heavy fighter in my fleet. Do I need the Scorpius as another heavy fighter? Probably not. Maybe that's where it fits in because I have a heavy fighter. I just want something else that I can possibly use with a co-pilot. Maybe, but for me, it's not an instant buy. Maybe it's something I'll consider on the line. And again, you don't have to expect every single ship to be...
Biotech just said, I like Montoya, but I disagree. I also like Montoya, but I also think that we all agree because he just said that he's like 60% against it.
The home run, the big hit, everything's going to be popular. It's not going to happen. So
like he's the only thing that he's trying to convene here is that this ship is a miss. There are some ships that are going to be hits, and this one is obviously a miss.
That sounds epiphany. So this is the reason why they put a pin on the Banu Merchantman. No, look, the team working on the Banu Merchantman are working on it right now. Making a variant of this ship did not take them 300.
The team that worked on the Banu Merchantman, Montoya, what? The team that worked on the Banu Merchantman are not working on the Banu Merchantman right now because they stopped working on it in November because apparently most of the team left CAG. It is not on the progress tracker. It stopped in September, but they told us in November that they're going to pin or put a pin in it. They're not working on the BMM.
100 hours. I'd be surprised if it was more than 10, 15 hours. In fact, I think this variant was planned right from the very beginning and they had everything ready to go on it right away. Not very difficult to make. So no, I don't think they put other development ships on hold. I think it's really an easy thing to do. Is it a money grab?
Because people are going to say that I'm toxic and that I'm just being like disingenuous. No, not teams, deliverables. Banu. Merchantman. 2021, 2022, November stops. We are in March. Not working. Not working. No.
Everything is a money grab in Star Citizen.
Also, guys, chill in the chat. Come on.
And this is how they do it, by selling concept ships. No one is forced to buy it.
No
one is forcing you to buy it. But like
no bashing on the other content creators. Like I don't like when other people do that to me. So I would rather not see you guys do that to other content creators, even if you disagree with them.
Well, there are fans. There are people I know who love.
Let's keep it civilized, please.
And I suspect there'll be people who absolutely love this ship too. So if you do like this ship, don't get me wrong, love it all you like. It's fine, and don't listen to what people are saying. Everyone has their own opinion, and that's perfectly fine. And I think we'll find this is the common theme in this release here, is people saying why we don't need this. But yet, you know what? There'll be people who love it. And one last one just to wrap it up. Antares multi-crew is dumb and shows CIG doesn't understand practical EMP. Interesting. Let's see what you got, Magma. Operating EMP is a skill, and a skill requires the pilot. Not wrong. Not wrong. But that's what...
Especially with desync. That is especially true with desync because the other guy in the co-pilot seat, it's not as bad as it was before, but it's like there's still positional desync. So the pilot needs to be operating the EMP.
What communication is going to be important. The pilot needs to call out exactly, especially if there's two moving targets. The pilot is moving, the target is moving. The pilot needs to be calling it out and saying, get ready on that EMP in 3, 2, 1, and hit it. So communication is going to be the important skill in that. Let's go on. To shut down a target EMP, pilot needs to do the following: shred the shields, get in the right position, and fire the EMP with the correct timing. Yeah, it's not easy. So, very correct here. Magma Hindenburg. Love the name. You are correct. It's going to take a lot of coordination between the pilot and the co-pilot. And good points here because, again, I think my strategy of having a Mantis and a light fighter might be better. So look, if this is really very, very bad for the Antares, then it just won't sell. Simple as that. I don't think CIG spent a lot of time making the ship. I think it was pretty much easy to pull together. And as we end off, just take a look at some beautiful images here by Board Gamer. It looks sleek. I like the.
It looks the
same
like the original Scorpius, just without a turret.
Swing type fighter. I think it looks sweet, and with the turret removed, it looks even more smooth and streamlined. But again, as far as functionality goes,
I never liked the design.
Again, a co-pilot in there will take a lot of coordination, and it will be tough. Yeah, I think Board Game fires up the EMP. Is he? Yeah, there he's charging up the quantum dampener. QED. And let's take a look at it firing off the EMP. Here it comes.
I'm liking the effect. I'm liking the fact there's another quantum jammer in game. Now, if I right click, does that do the EMP? Yeah, so right click is EMP, left click is quantum jammer. We could do them both.
Amazing gameplay right there. People. Left and right. Do you know?
Oh, that's so weird.
Do you know?
Do both.
How hard this is.
Do it in a ship. Both.
And that's it. So, functionality wise, yeah, a heavy fighter with these features is pretty deadly.
It's also very immersive, yes.
Balancing it out by having a co-pilot is necessary, in my opinion. Not for me, but I know a lot of people will probably like this. Give me your opinion below. Let me know what you think. Are you buying this? Will you upgrade this? Now, keep in mind my argument. I said the F8 Lightning is most likely my go-to heavy fighter when that's in. Do I need a Scorpius and F8? Probably not. So maybe I upgrade my Scorpius into the Antares for that reason alone. Give me your thought process on that. Let me know. Post below. Always appreciated. Thumbs up if you like my content. I'll catch you in the next one.
All right. There you have it. That's Montoya's opinion on the whole matter. You've heard mine. There's a link.